And now let's continue by saying something about Kylian Mbappe. Because as you know, you don't have to be a super wise, a super smart person to figure out that the status of Kylian Mbappe in France, specifically in PSG, has changed completely, okay? He's gone from a super beloved player, a superhero, right, role or something like that, all the way to a person who is not considered anymore the kind of hero, the kind of super player he used to be, right? For all the things he has done and the way he has done them, right? For example, if we talk about Real Madrid, the way he wasn't loyal at all to his word when it comes to Florentino Perez and Real Madrid, and the way he, I don't want to say betrayed us, but the way he said, yeah, I'm going to play for Real Madrid, and then he changed his mind, for us, for Los Madridistas, is of course not great. I mean, and what you can think about him right now, it's, okay, this guy is a super picky guy. It's a kind of little princess, like saying everybody what they have to do for him, right? He was renewed with the PSG with the condition to become the most important player, the best player in the world, and everybody should play for him instead of all the way around. And more things is, nobody was expected for Neymar or Leo Messi to play better than Kylian Mbappe, or to become better than Kylian Mbappe this season, right? And that is exactly what is going on, what is happening right now in PSG, and that's why a lot of people are assuming the player is no longer the player he was supposed to become after renew his contract with PSG, right? And this is the best proof of that. I mean, El Confidencial in Spain, they said Mbappe has gone from an idol, right, all the way to a leper, kind of leper messiah, right? A kind of person nobody wants to be around with. The kind of person you don't want in your locker room, considering this player is very toxic for the rest of the squad and the rest of the players, right? So I don't know how is he going to deal with this. I don't know what is the idea of Kylian Mbappe. It is very suspicious to me when the other day he showed up in the American newspaper and said something very, very positive regarding to Real Madrid again. For so many people out there, he was kind of flirting back again with Real Madrid. He was trying to prepare the next signing, his next landing in Madrid. But right after that, the next day, or I think it was 1 day later or 2 days later, Tomás González Martín, a very good friend of Florentino Perez, he showed up, he wrote an article in El Debate in Spain, replying and responding to the rumors that were attaching to Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid again, right? And he was crystal clear. He said, no, it's over. Florentino Perez doesn't have the idea anymore to sign Kylian Mbappe, because one of the reasons is Real Madrid fans are no longer interested in Kylian Mbappe, right? So I don't know how is he going to manage this, but my opinion is the guy must be panicking, because I think that he is being aware that he left this train to pass, right? And there's no a kind of second chance when it comes to Real Madrid, man. I mean, when Real Madrid knocks the door, you have two choices. Say yes or say no, or just let it go. In my opinion is Kylian Mbappe, just let it go, okay? I mean, he felt for the let it go option, and there won't be any other chance for him. So he better improves significantly more in PSG and become a better player. I mean, way better than Neymar and Messi. And let me tell you something. The good news for him is Neymar and Mbappe are in their 30s, right? So I don't think they will last much longer in PSG. I mean, their careers are not going to be for so long, and he's super young guy. So the good news for him is he's still have a lot of time, right, to succeed and outstand and outwork everybody, but he will have so many problems in the next 2 years if he continues to play for PSG. I don't know what is going to happen though, but my opinion is no, Real Madrid is not an option anymore for him. So let's see what happens. But yes, it is true. His status, right? His role in PSG has changed completely and has been downgraded in the worst sense of the word, right? Mbappe is no longer the player he used to be. The way people used to look at him like a superhero, like a super player, like a racing talent is not that anymore. He's a very picky guy, he's very bossy, he's all the time telling the people what they have to do and play for him. Sorry, and all the stuff. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's his problem. He should have come to Real Madrid. He didn't want to. Now you have to accept the consequences. Okay, so let's move on and let's talk about another player, very important, because for the first time within Real Madrid apparently are discussing about the possibility to pull up Sergio Arribas to the first team. And the reason for that is because the player is the only youngster that has been consistently improving his status in Castilla. He has been getting better and better and better. So Ancelotti is now considering him to pull him up to the first team and give him some minutes in the first team. I mean, in Real Madrid. So can that happen? I mean, is he going to become an option for Carlo Ancelotti in the first team? My opinion is we will have to wait a little bit more, considering Ancelotti is not in very favor of pulling up players from the youngsters, because the fact that they play very good against teams in the second division doesn't make you a better player, right? I mean, if you are playing in the, say for example, the first division in Germany, first division in France, first division in England, whatever, it's okay because you are playing against some of the best teams in the world or some of the best teams in Europe, right? But if you are a very good player, but you play in a second division, whether it's in Madrid, I mean in Spain, whether it's in Germany, whether in France, whether in UK, it's not the same. And doesn't make you a better player, right? You are a good player who playing in another country, in another first division, might not be that good player, you know what I'm saying? So we will have to wait and see what happens. But over the last years, I haven't seen any or many youngsters in Real Madrid pulling up in the first team, right? Pulling up to the first team. So my opinion is yes, Sergio Arribas is great. The other day, actually, Carlo Ancelotti was watching the game between Castilla, I think it was Extremadura, Badajoz, or whatever it is, and Sergio Arribas scored 2 goals, which is great, but I'm not quite sure that Carlo Ancelotti will give him an opportunity, right? I think that we will have to wait a bit more to see that. And now let me share with y'all the statement from Reinier, who for the first time has spoken about his experience in Borussia Dortmund. My time at BVB, I just wanted to get out of there. Crystal clear, plain and simple. I mean, Reinier was sick and tired of Borussia Dortmund because he did everything he was supposed to do. He used to train hard, he used to work hard, he tried his best, right? And he didn't have any chance. He didn't have a single chance to show everybody he was a good player, and he did every single thing he was supposed to do. It's been 2 years that, in my opinion, have become a waste of time. Why? Because the player coming up from Brazil used to, or should have, prepared for the European football in these 2 years, but he didn't. Why? Because Dortmund didn't give him any opportunity to, to be ready to go, to adapt his football, his play to the European soccer, right? To the European football. So it's been a waste of time, and it's been a major mistake considering the player is a very good player. In my opinion, he has a lot of talent, but he will have to start all over again in Spain, in Girona, the team where he is playing in right now and try to show everybody he's still a good player. He has a lot of his skill set is still perfect, and he only has to adapt to the new soccer, to the new continent, to the new football, right? But that's it. But then the future will have to sentence about what his career is going to be like in Spain, right? If he has a chance to show everybody that he's a good player, he will have probably another chance in Madrid. Otherwise, it's done. It's done. And a major portion of the blame, a major portion of the fault is Borussia Dortmund. And I don't understand why Real Madrid didn't try to pull out the guy from Borussia Dortmund when they saw in the first season he barely played, right? It was about minutes, not even a single game. So I don't know. I mean, I wish the best of the luck to Reinier, of course, in this journey in Girona, and hopefully he can improve and understand our football and all this stuff. But you never know, man. It's a very, very complicated topic. So let's see what happens.